So I was 17, and this is where the next phase of my life began and how I came to America. I was 17, and I was basically wondering how on earth I was going to move to America and pursue my dream. And one day I was in school, and I was sitting in the library, and you could say having a conversation with God, saying, okay, God, you want me to go to America. I feel called. How am I going to do this? How is this going to happen? But I had a deep sense of trust and faith that if this was truly my destiny, if this was truly part of my unfoldment, that the way would appear. From that moment, I learned that when we're given a desire or a heartfelt dream, inherent in that desire, inherent in that dream, is also the means and the intelligence for its fulfillment. So there I was sitting in the library wondering how I'm going to get to America. And all of a sudden, someone who I had no idea about, someone who I'd never met just walked up to me and gave me a magazine called The Economist. Now, I'd never read that magazine before, but I kind of intuited and felt there must be some reason this person is giving me this magazine. So I started to leaf through the magazine. And as I looked in the back of this magazine, all of a sudden I saw an ad. And this ad said the American government is giving away 55,000 green cards in what's called the green card lottery. Now, I didn't even know if there was such a thing out there. I'd never heard of it. But I could feel that intuition again saying, enter it. Enter it because there is something here for you. I didn't question it. I just entered it. I applied through a law firm in America. And I had a sneaky sense that I was going to win this green card. So I entered it, but I was told that unless I heard back from unless I heard by September the 18th that I had won, that was it. I was to move on in my life. So every day for the next 3 months, I'd run up to the mailbox and thoroughly be expecting the notification. And sure enough, there was nothing. Each day, there was nothing. Each day, there was nothing. I mean, needless to say, it really started to test my faith. September the 18th comes along, and I am completely positive that I am going to receive a notification from my lawyer in America who applied for me, and there was nothing. I remember in that moment feeling so upset and so mad, and I was mad at God. I had a moment of I'm mad at God, and I decided that I felt so strongly about this calling that I decided I would pack my bags. And regardless of whether I had won a green card or not, that I would move to America and pursue my dream and go and find my mentors and teachers and learn from them, because this was the field I felt called to go into. So I packed my bags that night and told my mother that I was going to be moving to America regardless of the green card or not. And she was a little worried, but I went to sleep and something interesting happened. The phone rang. My mother picked up the phone. She then handed me the phone, and she said, it's a phone call from you from America. And this is the day I'm supposed to hear. I picked up the phone. There was a voice on the other line, and the voice said, is this Mr. Blackson? I said, it is. He says, I'm the lawyer that applied for your green card. I said, okay. He said, I don't believe it. You have won a green card. You have won a green card. And I remember feeling such a deep sense of joy and ecstasy and happiness in that moment. It just felt amazing. And I remember celebrating with my mother at that time, just kind of jumping up and down in celebration. And what was funny was in the midst of that celebration, in the midst of that, oh my God, I won a green card moment, I felt a nudge inside. It was as though I heard a deeper voice that said, Kute, why do you seem so surprised? Why do you seem so surprised that you've won this green card? Did you not know? Did you not trust? You knew you were going to win. Why do you seem so surprised? And it was from that moment that I felt a deep sense of my life being guided. I felt a deep sense of that I wasn't alone and that I was being guided in the process of my life. Needless to say, after winning the green card in the lottery, I felt a deep sense of gratitude. And also, the other G word is a deep sense of feeling guided by life, guided by God, guided by spirit. And I feel like there's been a deeper intelligence my entire life that has been guiding me along the way. And ultimately, looking back from this point back then, it, I feel that it's been less about me making my life happen, less about me controlling my life. And part of the lesson as I look back on my life has been more about learning to become sensitive and learning to become attuned to what is it that's actually seeking to happen. What is it that's seeking to express through me, through my life? And if anything, becoming receptive to that, feeling into what that is and becoming receptive to what's seeking to actually happen. And looking back, one of the lessons I've learned is that life has an intelligence. There is a real profound, fundamental intelligence innately inherent in this existence, innately inherent in life itself. And I remember years ago, I thought, well, I'm just the one controlling my life. And to some degree, I was, and to some degree, I am. But over the last 10 years or so, since I've been in America, there's been a profound humbling and realization that there is a deeper flow. And it's more about surrendering and bringing myself into alignment with that deeper flow. And it's less about, I need to make something happen. Life is already happening. Life is already functioning. Existence is already, existing. So when I bring myself into that flow, there's harmony. There's effortless unfoldment. There is grace that starts happening.